8 years. That's how long I've been waiting for the fallout to drop. From 1985 to the off season to J. Cole's feature run, everything in the past 7-8 years has been the build up to this very moment. Will the fall off be the perfect send off to one of the greatest rappers of our generation? Will it be everything that so many people expect it to be? Or will it be just another Cole album? जब तुम लोगों की एक्सपेक्टेशन पे डिलीवर करने की कोशिश करते हो, थिंक GTA 6, थिंक ओपेनहाइमर, तब या तो चीजें बहुत अच्छी जा सकती हैं या बहुत खराब जा सकती हैं। या तो तुम लोगों की एक्सपेक्टेशन पे जाके उनको सरपास कर सकते हो या फिर तुम एक कंप्लीटली अलग रास्ता लेके चांस ले सकते हो। Both of them are very difficult to achieve. Think Cyberpunk, think Mr. Morale. Kendrick was at his peak with Dan.
I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Cocaine quarter piece, got war and peace inside my DNA.
He disappeared. The build-up to Mr. Morale was 2-3 years long. After his return, everybody is waiting for what Kendrick has to say. We've just gone through COVID. Everybody has so much in their mind.
He's coming, but I know he's inserting himself. I was a year early on that. I knew they was coming. He's inserting himself in this. And Drake, you better look at him.
And with the announcement that this will be the final album with TDE, it being his double album, the expectations, सोच ही सकते हो कहाँ पहुँचनी थी. And Kendrick went the complete opposite route. He made an album that was very personal, introspective, therapeutic to himself, whatever may not have that much replay value, but felt very authentic to his own experience or worldview. In my opinion, it has clear highs and lows. Now let's come to the fall off. The fall off being built up for 5-6 years, being J. Cole's final album, being a double album, and J. Cole going the complete left in terms of what he wanted to do with the album, the concept, how personal it was. Because from the off season, My Delete Later, Birthday Bash, Clue Tape, people thought J. Cole is on some rapper energy, he's going to rap, but he made a decision. How did it go? Let's tackle the concept first. Concept of this album is simple. J. Cole is going back to his home, Faye, North Carolina, at two different points in his life, at 29 in disc 1 and at 39 in disc 2. And the album is sort of a culmination of everything that goes down. Sounds great. Disc 1 starts off with that country music to give you that Carolina Southern vibe and goes straight into 2-6, Safety, Run a Train, fucking Poor Thing. J. Cole is rapping his ass off. He's talking about how he was dealing with newfound success. He was at top of the world and people in his hometown, how he felt alienated, how he felt sort of nostalgic at times about people who he grew up with being jealous. In Poor Thing, he's smoking the hell out of this rapper who is from North Carolina. I'm guessing it's a rapper, but I don't know. I know when he listens to it, he'll know, obviously. Now I get the atmosphere of that track more. So the first 5 tracks, pretty solid, although there was some melodies that Cole was taking that is a very hit or miss for me. Melodic Cole has always been that for me. I think Interlude is amazing melodic Cole, and songs like Legacy is an example of melodic Cole I don't really like. I don't like Legacy, okay? I know Cole likes it a lot and he said this is the oldest track that has been on the fall off, etc. But just doesn't hit for me. It just feels very surface, and not in the sense that everything has to be deep, but in a sense I've heard these lines. There's nothing new about the lines that he's saying. There should be quotables in a love song. Okay, so the first half of disc 1 deals with violence, jealousy, flexing and fame, dealing with all of that, and the second part deals with love, anger, obsession, and trying to make sense of this whole being at the top thing. Now when I put it in that way, it sounds wow, such a very well executed concept. But when I start listening to the songs, मुझे लगता है कि 4-5 मिनट की जो लेंथ है इसमें 2-2.5 मिनट का ही मटेरियल है. उसके बाद I'm not getting much out of these songs. Apart from the album is bloated, but the songs itself are very bloated. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि you think of an idea and then you don't delve deep into it. Commitment is the biggest issue I've found Cole to be in all his career. He'll never commit to an idea fully. He'll just commit it enough so that you have a moral backing around it and everything, and you can say, oh, the overall thought behind it was great, and you cannot hate on it. That is my gripe with Cole and with this whole album, but that's what makes this album J. Cole as well. तुमको लग रहा होगा ये क्या खिचड़ी बना के मैं बोल गया, पर if you're a Cole fan, I hope you can relate in some way. From disc 1, The Let Out, Bombs in the Will, Legacy, and even Lonely at the Top, I could have just done without. Coming to disc 2, the 39 intro, this song also didn't need to be 6 minutes long. The part where he's rapping about getting an iPhone that helped him time travel, it's like a 12-year-old wrote that plot to tie this concept together just because he had to. It's a very similar experience I had with the death of Slim Shady. said it's a concept album, and yeah, I can hear glimpses of a concept in the whole album, but there's just songs that lose the entire atmosphere of the album, or it feels like the album started off with a concept, but you didn't really care about the concept halfway through it. Anyway, The Fall Off is Inevitable is a great track. I think at 39, Cole would be thinking about his entire career, reminiscing about mortality and all of those things. And obviously, technically, looking at your life in reverse is just an amazing feat to achieve as a writer. This album and J. Cole as a whole have had a lot of Nas influence. This is very I Gave You Power, and you can hear Nas flows a lot also on this album, which I'm not complaining about. In a lot of ways, this album is J. Cole's love letter to hip hop. There are a lot of classic samples, Mobb Deep, Usher, and that is my problem with samples. If you're going to sample legendary artists, please elevate that track into something deeper, or don't use it just because you can. And J. Cole does that a couple of times. Example, I Love Her Again. Common's I Used to Love Her is such a classic. I Love Her Again by J. Cole doesn't do anything to elevate. And the What If song with Big in Park is such a Joyner Lucas coded song. Just because it's a great moral take doesn't make it a great song. J. Cole is a great person, I know, by it's a good take to have peace, but I felt like it just didn't need to be about that for it to be about peace. When it comes down to it, at least J. Cole was really respectful of Park and Biggie and their flows, which I think he did Park's style much better by rhyming enemies.
And all I got left is stinking memories. I love them niggas to death. I'm drinking Hennessy. I ain't listen, the trigger squeeze, my paranoia.
But you know who did this homage thing much better? Kendrick. On the outro to Pimp a Butterfly, on Reincarnated from GNX, that's how you do it. You bring your own concept to it and you use the homage as one of the elements to elevate your point. This just feels very gimmicky. Again, the Wellest life sentence only you didn't care for enough. Just because Cole is trying new things, he's trying singing and all of these other pockets, doesn't mean he's doing it really well. Having said that, songs like Quick Stop, songs like The World is the Will show that Cole does have potential to carry a concept. His delivery in Quick Stop is just so emotionally charged, so exactly what it needed to be for that song. When Cole wants to carry a concept, he definitely can. I think this album just changed too many times over the years and became this culmination of everything that J. Cole is a little bit, instead of being one focused, cohesive project. When Cole gets in his rapper bag, I love listening to that. It has some really high highs on Poor Thing, on Safety, on Who the Fuck Is You, on Quick Stop. And I'm not saying it's a bad album. It's just that if I tell you I'm going to make Ramayana the epic, I better do enough justice to it, or just call it a different story and create my own thing on the side. I shouldn't have to name it Ramayana the epic. If you're telling me that you're doing this concept, I want you to commit to it fully. But I think that has been the J. Cole thing for a while, of being a middle child in everything. And he's pretty self-aware about it. So I can't fault it for being less J. Cole. It is J. Cole. This album is very J. Cole. And that's why I said this album felt like a fitting goodbye. He didn't seem that excited or committed enough to talk about things at 39. That's why he went on a nostalgia trip trying to capture a previous sound that he used to love as a child, which is a good idea. It's difficult to execute well. That's what happened. It's fine. I'm not faulting Cole for it. I think I love the fact that he actually tried to do it. I love it. And since this album was so personal to J. Cole, as it clearly is, you can see how much North Carolina, his personal childhood, everything is poured into this album. I don't want to be mad at it. I don't want this to be just, yeah, this album came out, here's what I feel about it. No, I love Cole more than that. And I think you should too. This album was for him, just like Mr. Morale was for Kendrick. Respect that. Take what you can from it and celebrate J. Cole as one of the greatest to ever touch a mic. I want everybody who's watching this video to go back and listen to Forest Hills Drive and listen to other J. Cole albums, KOD, For Your Eyes Only, The Warm-Up, Consumer, everything. Give him his proper flowers. If you are a Kendrick fan, Drake fan, doesn't matter. A legend is walking out. He needs his respect and you should give it to him. And more detailed stuff will still be coming on this channel, but I had to talk about The Fall Off. J. Cole is one of my favorite artists. तुम लोग को अगर ये वीडियो और पसंद आई, you want me to cover other albums that you like, let me know in the comments down below. I shall get on to it. तब तक के लिए सलमान खान नहीं यार, और अगला वीडियो जल्दी आएगा. तब तक के लिए जीते रहो भाई.